Good morning, everyone. This is Rick with Hit and Run Candlesticks. Today is Thursday, September 3rd, 2020, and I want to welcome you to our video blog. Today we'll be looking at the market just a little. We'll take a look at some trades that we're adding to the watch list. Some of them are already there. And I'll go over a couple of trades that I made yesterday. Again, thanks for watching thank you for watching our video blog. I do appreciate it. If you have any questions, you can always reach out and ask us, and you're more than welcome in the live trading room during the day over here at Hit and Run Candlesticks. All right, SPY. Okay, bulls just keep on producing, don't they? SPY gapped up yesterday, crawled up there nice. It just went and went and went. No signs of bearishness, although you gotta admit it's getting awfully high. So please be careful. Be very cautious. I know for one, I'm limiting the amount of positions I have on now, just out of caution. Of course, we're always taking our profits on strength, and it has grown the Road to Wealth account about 16% now in just a little over 2 weeks. So it's working. It's working. Just be cautious. Let's take a look at FNGU. FNGU. Yesterday, at one point yesterday, it was darn right ugly. This candle actually looks something like that right there. Bearish engulf. It did clean itself up a little bit, but I'm not overly excited about it. I see we're opening up down here. In fact, yesterday, very early in the day, I posted on our Facebook and Twitter, be very cautious. We are, FNGU is printing a bearish engulf. Be very, very cautious. Now, it did come back up, but I still urge lots and lots and lots of caution here trading in this market. Another one, VXX, that we like to take a look at and we like to trade is this VXX. And you can see on the daily chart, we've gone from the trend indicator has turned from red dots to green dots. That is telling right there. And price action is also continuing to move up, and it looks like we're going to open up very near where we closed yesterday, although the market has 2 hours and 10 minutes before it opens, so lots of things can happen in that time. If we do start to break out, take note of that. Be a little bit careful in the market. Now, I'm going to go to this chart right here. Here's the SPY, and here's VXX. Something you don't see very often is how the SPY continues to rally up and the VIX, one of the VIX instruments, continues to rally up as well. That's just not something you see too often. And in my personal opinion, that can't last. Something has got to give. Now, this chart here, VXX, it could give. It could give, and that would cause, or that would keep S&P up in climbing that wall of worry right there. On the other hand, if let's see here, there we go. If the S&P gives up, or SPY, here's what we're looking at. If that gives up, then that could put VIX moving up here a bit more. And as this moves up, that's going to cause that fear, that volatility, and the market could climb down. But right now, they're both headed in the same direction. Gives me a whole lot of reason to be concerned and to be very cautious. Okay, let's look at some trade ideas that I'm adding to the list. When we're done with that, we'll take a look at some trades we closed out and some pretty good profits yesterday. So LKQ is acting pretty good here. Now, I'm not overly interested in buying this till I have a little proof that it's actually going to move up. But this chart pattern right here suggests we're going to move higher. And I see no reason why we can't possibly reach up here in the 30, there we go, 34, say 34.90 area. So right now, let's put a buy box in here about like that, and then maybe we get that trade up to 34.90 and even possibly higher. Another one we're looking at, mentioned this one in the trade room yesterday toward the end of the day, is this IT. Now, IT has a little bit of resistance up here, and that would make for a pretty good first target. Let's draw a buy box. I'm going to go down to about this area right here on the lower end of the candle, and then we'll put it up just a little bit higher, and we'll be looking for buying in this area. So what we'll do is, assuming we have that we open in this area, assuming we can see that the bulls are still coming in, which means what that simply means is we don't want to see selling. All right, if we see selling, then we're not going to be too excited about the stock. We're not going to take the stock. What we're looking for is buying. Whoops, wrong one. Try that again. What we're looking for is buying, and even or a breakout. And then we can look for consolidation. Watch for that 38.80 up there. And I also suspect that we could see, let's get right up here, around 162.15. Test this high over here back in February. So IT is trending up nice. IT starting to put in a chart pattern that suggests those buyers are stepping in. Ally, A-L-L-Y, take a look at that trend right here. The trendicator, nice and green, nice green dots. Take a look at what Ally is doing here. We just go from a low to a high, to a higher low. We go to a higher high, to a higher low. This whole area right here is starting to look like positive bullish consolidation. Let's put a line up right in there. So this starts to break out over this high, this June high. Ally could reach up, and let's put a target, first target. Let's not use that. That's too close. There we go. Let's look for 25, 25 and a quarter, and with a successful breakout of 25 and a quarter, let's take a look at about $26.40 over here on Ally, A-L-L-Y. Yum Brands. Yum Brands is also acting quite good. Great price action. Look at the volume yesterday. Good volume, good candle. Our 3-bar pattern here is a bullish morning star. We can see the trend is working in here. Let's put a line across this top. You can see that we're challenging this, what is this, June? Yeah, this June top right in here. $98 stock. I feel it can get 100 pretty easy. And let's move that line up to about 101.10 up here. And then let's see here. Let's give it another little line up there. I'm looking at another chart. Here's what I'm doing. There we go. Let's look for 106.75, 106.75 here. And if we look at the weekly chart, you can see how I got that right over here, 106.75. That's what I was looking at on another chart. Maxim, MXIM. I know we had one trader in the trading room take a long on this yesterday. It's starting to look really good. It's been on our watch list for a few days. Just waiting for that clue that the buyers might be stepping in yesterday. Just might have been that clue. So let's watch for 73.10. We get through 73.10. I don't see any reason why we can't get in the 72.30 area up here on Maxim. ABT. ABT is a nice looking chart. I'm going to put a little line right here. And then we're going to put another little line about that 130 level up here. So ABT, we've been trending right along here. and then we got a big pop to the upside. Nice little pullback. Great looking bullish candle yesterday. This just might be where the buyers are starting to get back into it. So we're going to watch for a little positive trading over yesterday's candle here, and then we'll look for challenging that 114.13 area up there again. Once it breaks out and the bulls can prove it can hold that line, we'll be looking for 130.50. Don't be afraid to take profits along the way. That's what I generally do. For instance, this line up here, 130.50. I can guarantee you, based on my personal trading plan, I'm not going to wait for that. I'm going to take profits into strength as we move up. I use these lines just to show me that it can possibly make some money for me. So they're like directional targets. That's the direction we want to go, and I will monitor based on price action and my selling rules for doubling or even tripling our account in the next 12 months. What else have we here? Inlock. Inlock is setting up. I want to go to a weekly chart on Inlock. Look at that gap we have over here that could get filled. Pretty nice little gap. So I'm thinking that's what we're looking for, a directional target. Inlock has pretty nice little flag set up here. We've broken out right there. So we've got a nice little flag set up now. Buyers look like they're in there heavier than the sellers. So I would get any buying on this inside area right in here. And then, of course, we start to see a breakout. That would be buying up in that area as well. Again, looking for that 27 direction. And then we'll be taking profits along the way to increase our road to wealth account. MDT, and I have a lot of them today, don't I? Looks like 10. MDT started to take off yesterday. MDT is a bullish J-hook continuation pattern. That's pretty nice right there. Bullish J-hook continuation pattern. And let's take a look at where this might be going. Let's, what do you think about this 114.90 area? We have a test, a couple tests right there. That looks pretty good. So 114.90, you get through 114.90, then we could run right up to this February top over here. Nice bullish trend. Bulls seem to be totally involved. It kind of looks like we have broken out, and that is a good sign. That's a positive sign. So we've broken out of these highs. We rallied up, pulling back for a rest. Looks like the bulls are coming back in. You know as well as I do, this chart's not going to go straight up. It's going to do just like it did here. And notice it has down days as well. Up, and then we go down, up. You can see we went down here. You're going to have those down days. That's why we follow the trend so much. We don't mind down days within the trend as long as they're not a combination of selling candles. Merck. Yesterday, look at Merck. Wow. Okay, so on Merck, what I'm looking for, quite simply, is just an inside day. I don't really want to pay this high for Merck, but I will pay a little bit lower. So we'll look for Merck to come down just a little bit. And then let's come over here. What can Merck do for us? How about we look at about 88.80, followed by, just going to put some targets in there. Followed by about 91.90 here, 91.80. Now, keep in mind that if a stock can get to $90, it can probably get to $100 as well. And that $100 acts as a magnet up here. So maybe as a little longer term trade, let's watch for that. Well, let's watch for that $100 mark up there. And the last one I have, and then we'll take a look at trades that I put on and closed yesterday. UPS, great little consolidation. Here we go. Boom, we broke out. Let's put the buy box in there just like that. And let's take a look at UPS for a possible buy in this area right in there. And you know, I wouldn't be surprised if UPS could make it to 181 up there. That'd be a pretty nice target for UPS. All right, thanks a bunch. Hey, whoop, I almost forgot. Let's take a look at trades I made yesterday. All righty, let's see. What did I do? Here it is right there. Yesterday, I closed my last piece of my NIO for 38.6%. I still like the chart. I still think it's moving higher. I'm taking a little time off actually today and tomorrow, and I didn't want to really monitor it. I didn't want to risk 38.5%. It's not worth it. Can it go higher? Absolutely. Will it set up for another buy? Absolutely. But I just didn't want to risk at 38%. And that is exactly how we grew our account last year, less than 30 months, over 1,400%. And we're starting a new Road to Wealth account that you know of, that we've talked about. We're starting it with $10,000, and I absolutely believe I can double it in 12 months and possibly more. So we're working on that. And one of the strategies that, one of the main strategies when it comes to profit taking we look at is sell into strength, be happy with what you have, don't get greedy for higher numbers. As long as you know how to pick good charts, quality charts poised to take off, the program works. So it's working so far. Another chart that we closed out was Procter & Gamble. I didn't close it out here at the top. We had a few members that did yesterday, but I did not. I ended up closing mine out with a 17% base hit. That's pretty nice. Now, I think Procter & Gamble can go higher. I think if anyone's looking to buy it, watch for that inside day buy here. I think that would be excellent. Let's move this line up. That looks like there's support right in there, so that's looking good. Again, I didn't want to risk that 17%, so I took my money off the table. It still looks like a great trade for those that are currently in it. Another one I closed yesterday was DOW. Now, day before yesterday, in the trading room, and I may have mentioned this on yesterday's video, that not day before yesterday, on the first right here, I bought DOW, Dow Chemical, at the very end of the day, about this level in here, right in there. And yesterday, it gapped up just as planned, gapped up, climbed up very well, even better than I thought it might. And I ended up closing that one for 14.8%. Now, I think Dow Chemical here could consolidate a little bit, and I think those buyers can step back in. So I think it's still a good-looking chart, but based on our Road to Wealth rules and how we plan to double, possibly triple the account in the next 12 months, we take our profits into strength. Another one we did, let's see, we bought yesterday. We bought yesterday some FAZ because of the chart. I'm sorry, FAS, FAS, because of the J-hook chart pattern here. This is the top. I'm going to drop a line down in here a little closer. We'll look and see what happens around that 43 area. See if we have follow through that, and possibly follow through up to that 44.50 area. So there's a trade that we made yesterday, and there was 3 trades that we closed for nice profits yesterday. All right, everybody, please have a wonderful, wonderful day trading. Have a great trading tomorrow. Have a great holiday weekend coming up. We'll see you next time. Take care.